Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sisters of the Strange. I'm Shae.
I'm Landrey.
And we're back.
Yeah. Sorry. Life is busy.
It's so hard to balance so many things.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah.
So much to do.
Lifing is hard.
And then trying to find time to sleep.
Yeah. And the days I'm free or the days you have work or the days I'm less busy. So it just.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
I'm this close to crashing out.
Yeah. I did see that. Did you see the person who died on tour with
That's
Annabelle?
what I was going to talk about. Yeah, the guy who's been carrying Annabelle around just died mysteriously.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dun, dun, dun. And he's only in his 50s,
That's what you get. He's 45.
Oh, so he's pretty young.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Something like that.
Young enough to where it's not 86, you know?
Correct. Parading around a demonic haunted doll that's been haunted. Yes, that's been haunted for a gajillion years.
Yeah, and they said, don't take her. Don't move her. She's okay right here.
Here we are.
Leave
now you're dead.
Alone. Yeah, maybe he'll take over her body.
Oh, maybe. Oh, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Also, there was a TikTok that was going viral of somebody who posted photos of the inside of the Cullen Davis home. And
did you send that to me?
700 people sent it to me. I think I sent it to you.
I saw it too.
Because 700's very dramatic. 4 people sent it to me in the same day.
Which is basically 700.
Which is basically 700 people. And I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. But it was a cool video. It was some random TikTok person.
Yeah, I don't know if you sent it or I think you reposted it.
I think I reposted it.
I think that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Our other thing is we have a TikTok going viral again for talking about black-eyed children. And everyone's like, yeah, you don't talk about those. And I was like, well, great, because we're going to do a full episode on them one day. I've already started the research. It's been started. It's
going to be great.
So that'll be fun. We'll see what happens there.
Fun.
Yeah. Just someone commented and they said, cue the person turning the lights off in the background. I was like, that's crazy because for one, they're plugged into the wall over here.
Correct.
For two, we're completely alone.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, it reminds me of the SpongeBob episode.
There's a SpongeBob episode for everything.
There really is, which is crazy because this week I am talking about TV shows.
Oh yeah, again. Well, look at you. Not again, but
you just segued on
again
accident.
With the segue.
So this week I am kind of switching things up. We've been focusing really mainly on murders and not conspiracies. That's where I'm going. But we've been talking a lot about murders and just paranormal things in general. Yeah. And I was like, I want to do a conspiracy. I've been looking up 9/11, the Titanic. I've already heard all of those, but I'm like, I need to start bringing them in because I love them. I love conspiracies. They make me very happy.
Same.
So yeah, so I was just feeling it. So I was like, I'm going to do the research on this one. And there was a lot which I will go over 25 conspiracies. There's upwards of 50.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. So if you haven't guessed, it's the Simpsons, the show. And it's not really conspiracies. It's predictions that they say and then definitely happen
later.
Yes.
And it's like that in itself is a conspiracy. Like the prediction itself is a conspiracy.
Yeah. And they're talking about how do you know that? Who's in the background doing this? Like
what is happening?
Who works here?
Yeah. What is happening?
That's what they need to formally investigate. Every single person that works on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. I really like this.
Yeah. The only problem is pretty much I listen to other people's podcasts to see, so I don't do the same thing as them. I don't want to even remotely follow the same path. Sorry, I'm having burpy heartburn. But I don't even want to follow the same path as anybody else. So I listened to a few different podcasts and I was like, a lot of these I'm going to say, but I'm going to switch up the order and I'm going to do my there's actually a couple that I can tell that they've used ChatGPT because I Googled the same thing in chat. I said like what even is the Simpsons?
Yeah.
And what it gave me is word for word what the other people said. It was 2 different podcasts that said basically the exact same thing. And I was like,
ooh, that's awkward.
But yeah, so I guess let's get into it.
Woo! Let's get into it. The Simpsons.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love The Simpsons. I have watched The Simpsons. I'm almost certain like my whole entire life because it used to come on. It's always been on Fox, but it used to come on. I remember specifically watching it when Dad and Mantha lived in like their old house, and we had blue leather couches, and it would be like Sunday Night Football, and then it would be like I can see their faces. It was like 3 comedians, maybe 4, and then The Simpsons would come on after that. And Dad to this day still has blue pajama pants that have Homer's head all over them.
All over them.
He's had
classic
those forever.
I don't think I ever like really watched The Simpsons except for when I was with you.
Do you watch like you haven't watched any of their Halloween ones? They have like the treehouse.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
I did
Treehouse
that.
Horrors.
Yeah, my favorite game as a kid is they had the video game, The Simpsons Hit and Run. Played like
top tier video game,
and I didn't even play it how you're supposed to play it. I just like driving around and like jump in. There was a place you could jump. But yeah, so I love The Simpsons. I've watched them forever. I rotate between like them, Family Guy, Rick and Morty. Like whenever I go to bed at night, I put on stuff like that to fall asleep to, just brain rot, basically.
Correct.
Something that makes me happy before I go to bed, not the news. Like whoever watches the news before bed's crazy.
God.
But
amen.
Yeah, so I guess to even talk about The Simpsons, a lot of people know who they are, but it's a family, and they have the mom, Marge, and she's kind of like a homemaker, stays at home with the children, but she's also just, I don't know, she's Marge. I don't even know how to
Is it true that they killed her off? She dead now?
I don't think so.
Oh, I saw that all over. I was seeing that all over social media, like recently.
I don't know.
That she's dead.
I haven't watched like the newest episodes. I always go back, but I'll have to look. I know it's like on season 36 right now or something like that. But I'm not sure about that. But Marge, and then Homer, which is the dad, and he's kind of just like a kind of not very smart guy. He works in a factory, but he's like, the breadwinner. He brings home all the money or whatever. And then he's always fighting with their son Bart, who is like 10, and he's just a troublemaker. He skateboards down the hallways. Like that's literally what the intro was, him skateboarding where he's not supposed to. I mean, they changed the intro a lot, but he's like always skateboarding, just causing trouble, writing on the chalkboard because he got in trouble in class, and they like change what he's writing every time. It's like, I won't talk in class again, or I won't call the teacher this or whatever. And then there's Lisa, which is, I think she's about 8 years old, and she's the daughter, and she's just extremely smart, like always getting into like the political stuff. Like I think they use her as their political outlet kind of. And then Maggie is just the baby who just sucks on a pacifier.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's all she does. And then they have their cat. But The Simpsons follows that family, but then there's a ton of supporting characters like Moe, and he's like, pretty sure he's the one who owns the bar, because I'm pretty sure it's Moe's bar. And then some of Homer's friends, and then Flanders, the neighbor. So like it keeps up with all the other people, but it follows the family for the most part. But it's basically an animated sitcom. It's very funny. It's been on since, December 17th of 1989.
Oh my God, I did not realize it was that old.
Yeah, 35 years.
This show's older than us.
Yes, I didn't realize it was that old either.
That's crazy.
But they have a knack for like addressing these real world situations that are either occurring even just in that moment or seem to happen later on. It seems to be a thing that they do. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how, if it's just, you got to think if a show's running for 35 years, there's a lot of things that you run out of ideas. So you're probably just like making stuff up, and then somehow it comes to life.
Yeah.
But like some of their things is like some of their predictions or whatever, or the things that they kind of bring to fruition are like years and years and years and years later. And then some of them, which I don't have any of the research in here, solely from like listening to other ones, is just like they had like 2 or 3 episodes where they accurately guessed who was going to be playing in the Super Bowl and who was going to win the Super Bowl. And like one of them was like the Dallas Cowboys, which I would never bet on them winning anything.
Easy.
I'm not a big football girl.
Leave my Cowboys out of this.
You know what? I learned football was bad because Dad and Mantha were like huge fans of the Cowboys. They still are. But it was like every Sunday it was on, and I'd be like in my room trying to do homework or taking a shower, and all you hear is them yelling at the TV. And I was like, football bad. And
so stressful.
I literally just got into football or started watching it within like the last year. And it was solely because we have Landon and he plays football. Yeah. And I was like, well, I got to go and I got to learn. And I still really don't get a lot. Like I like right now I couldn't explain it to you, but when I'm watching it, I can pick it up again.
I only watch Cowboys football. So when the Cowboys are playing, that's the only time I'm watching football. And then the Super Bowl, which the Cowboys don't ever play in, but I watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show. Yeah. So that's who I am as a football fan. But I am diehard Dallas Cowboys. And it is horrible.
I don't really the only sports I really keep up with is like Supercross.
Yeah.
Outside of that, but I don't know. Mom never watched sports or anything really.
Mhm.
You were raised kind of like sporty, you know? I mean, I was raised in sports, but I wasn't raised like
we
watching.
watch sports.
Yeah, like I just didn't do that.
Yeah.
I try. I try. It doesn't work.
It's fun. It's a fun pastime.
Yeah, but I also am going to put in here a disclaimer to cover my ass in case anyone wants to come at me for any of this. Just, I don't think legally or anything anyone would, but it's a weird topic where we go over a lot of weird different conspiracies that bring in a lot of different people and a lot of different sides of things. So I'm just going to say this little paragraph right here that I had ChatGPT write me. I said, please help me cover my ass. Like, please write. That's exactly what I said. Chat, I need help to cover my ass because I just don't know what's going to happen here. So this podcast episode contains commentary and analysis on public media, entertainment, and pop culture, including scenes and storylines from The Simpsons. All rights to those materials belong to their respective creators and copyright holders. This episode is intended for educational and entertainment purposes under the fair use doctrine, and any opinions expressed are strictly our own, and we are not affiliated with The Simpsons, its creators, or any associated entities. We're just fans discussing the weird and wild moments that seem to mirror real life. Listener discretion is advised for speculative content.
Period.
Thank you, ChatGPT. I appreciate you. Which also, in my research of all of this, I learned that guess how much money each person, like each voice actor, makes per episode.
How much?
Send me a number.
Per episode?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know. I'm so bad with numbers. 100,000?
$300,000 to $400,000 per episode.
I was gonna say 500, but then I was like, nah, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, in 1998, it was like 200,000 per episode. It was stupid.
What the hell?
They've stayed in this range for the last like so many years. But whenever I was doing the research and I heard that number for like 1998, I was like, that much money?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
wow,
that's fun.
Wild.
Okay. So our very first prediction that they've given is basically the most popular one. You could probably guess which one I'm about to say. So this episode is called Bart to the Future. It is season 11, episode 17, and it aired in 2009, or just 2000, not 2009, just 2000.
2000.
Just 2000. So in this episode, Bart is shown his adult life by a Native American spirit guide because they had gone like out of town and they were driving back by and the parents stopped at a casino and then he couldn't go in because he's like 10 years old.
A child.
Yeah, a literal child. And so whatever, he ends up with this spirit guide. And in this, Bart has grown up to become a washed up musician while Lisa has become the first female president of the United States.
Oh, I remember this episode.
During a meeting in the Oval Office, Lisa says, as you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. And this was meant to be a joke, but it was in 2000, long before Trump had entered politics, and it became really creepy whenever he became president.
Yeah.
But also really creepy when Kamala Harris like came into the picture.
Because it was after.
Yeah. And if she had won the presidency and then like she could have been Lisa, basically. It was really, it's crazy. And so not only did this little thing show some foresight for Trump's presidency, but it also showed Kamala Harris's potential, which no one really knew that she was even going to run for presidency until Joe Biden dropped out.
Yeah.
And then also during this, Lisa is wearing a purple suit and everything and the white pearls, which is what Kamala had worn.
I remember the purple suit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's a picture of it, but that's like one of the most talked about. One is them saying, hey, Trump is going to be president.
Uh-huh.
And then two, the Kamala piece. So this is just like in the Oval Office where she says it, which I will put all the pictures because I have pictures pretty much all of these. I will put them probably on the video itself, but also just like on our social medias to go with each one. So then also in this episode is the same one where it's Trump on the escalator. Have you seen that picture before?
I think so.
So there's this scene and it's a crowd of people watched as Donald Trump went down an escalator. It happened in real life and on the show, but the show made this from 2000.
25 years ago.
Yes. So it's this.
Oh, yes. I've seen this.
So not only is he waving, and then in the next one he's doing this, like a thumbs up, and he's doing it real life, and they did it, which maybe he watched this episode. I don't know. The odds of that is absolutely
he said,
crazy.
I'm gonna fuck with these people.
Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. But so that's the first one.
Yeah, I remember whenever, that was crazy.
Yeah, and those are like, I mean, those became the ones that are like most widely known in line with like my number, like I think number 19 I have in here because I kind of sprinkled in some like big ones and then little ones. So number 19 is like probably the second in line to the most popular. So stick around for number 19. Yeah. Because I did 25. 25. Yeah, I did 25.
That's
so
too many. That's so
yeah,
many.
I know. I was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to get through all of these, or it's either going to take me 45 minutes and it's going to be like this, or it's going to take me 3 hours. So number 2 is an episode called Margin Chains, and it is season 4, episode 21, and it aired in 1993. In this episode, there is a flu called the Osaka flu, and it spreads to Springfield after a factory worker coughed into a box of juices that's been shipped to the U.S. It even it even says that the worker said, "Please don't tell the supervisor I have the flu." So then the virus quickly infects many citizens in Springfield, causing panic. And while people are desperately demanding a cure, a mob tips over a truck they believed contained medicine, only to reveal it had a swarm of killer bees inside of it. So this episode suddenly got attention in early 2020. I'm not going to say the word of that one because it'll probably get us canceled, just because they censor a lot of things, and then it'll give us age restrictions and everything else under the stars.
Yeah.
So you can all begin to guess what happened in 2020.
Yep.
But
we were all there.
Which I cannot believe it's already been 5 years.
I know. It seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Feels very like
that was locked in here.
Yeah. it feels so weird. So anyways, what spread in 2020 is just like the Osaka flu. It originated in Asia and spread rapidly via global shipping and travel. The mass panic, people seeking cures, mistrust of officials, and general chaos were also eerily similar. And around the same time, the news broke out of murder hornets. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, yes!
So this was all one episode, and then the murder hornets and this virus all happened within a couple months of one another, but this episode had it all in like one go around.
Yeah.
So
in 93.
Yeah. So real
what
live
are the odds.
I know. It gets worse and worse and worse. A real invasive species of Asian giant hornets being discovered in the United States for the first time is what the murder hornets were.
Nothing's real.
I want to know.
Nothing is real. We live in a simulation.
For real. So number 3 is the episode named Lisa's Wedding. It is season 6, episode 19, aired in 1995. This episode flashes forward to the year 2010. Lisa is grown up and engaged to a British man. Throughout the episode, futuristic tech like smartwatches and video calls are shown just casually. They're not making a big deal that it's a thing, it's just like
the future.
Slowly put in there. So Lisa's fiance was shown talking to a smartwatch. He quite literally has like a flip phone tied to his wrist and is like talking to it, but it's a flip phone. And then at another point, Lisa and Marge, because Lisa's in London at university during this. And so Lisa and Marge are shown on a video call. And the video call is actually like the rotary phones, the ones where you had to spin. It's that base, and then it has a screen behind it with Marge's face in it, like a computer mixed with a rotary phone. In 1995.
Yeah.
So smartwatches didn't become a reality until the 2010s, with an Apple Watch launching in 2015. So
yeah,
20 years, whatever that is, I don't know. And then FaceTime launched in 2010, and Zoom skyrocketed in popularity during our pandemic. So this is him on his flip phone. And then this is that.
Oh my God.
It even has like the red dot and everything, which I was like, I don't know if they had any sort of video conference calls at that point in time ever. Like, I don't know if that was a thing at all.
95?
But the fact that they can have the foresight to put in like the red light that shows whenever you're on a call is crazy to me. Also in this episode, there's one more hidden coincidence that if you don't really know, then it's like one of those things that's like a flash. So in this episode, like I said, Lisa is in London and she's, with this guy, Hugh Parkfield. And there's a scene and it shows a familiar looking building behind the Tower Bridge, which is a location in London. The building is called the Shard. And so the crazy thing about this scene is the Shard hadn't even been built yet when the episode aired. It didn't get started construction until 2009. So 1995, 2009. And it's like the spot on location of like where it is. Like if you went and like looked at it today.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know if the plans had been, there for ever.
But for what reason does a adult animated TV show on Fox
need to put it in there?
How would they know?
Yeah.
Like, why would they have the plans for this building in London? Even if they did, why would they?
Why throw it in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, even if it was a thought at the time, why do these creators know about it?
Yeah.
And like, what?
And why implement it?
Right.
Like, why share the knowledge that you have it? Okay, number 4. So another episode that shows a weird ability to predict technology in the future is called Lisa on Ice. It is season 6, episode 8, and it aired in 1994. And there's a scene, and Lisa, I'm pretty sure, is up on stage, and there's like kids sitting in the auditorium in the crowd, you know, and they have like their little like looking PDA, like it's like the assistant device thing. It's like an old phone, basically. It's almost like a pager. And they type out beat up Martin on it, and it auto corrects to eat up Martha. So like they predicted autocorrection in 1994.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah. So that's even before smartphones were even a thing. But yeah. So it changes it to eat up Martha. But it's literally like, it's just like a screen. Like it doesn't even have letters or like, you know, old phones at that time would, and like how the smartwatch at least had it like as a flip phone.
Yeah.
So don't know about that. Don't know what that's about. And
that's wild.
It's a lot. So then number 5 is the episode called Homer at Bat, and it is season 3, episode 17, and it aired in 1992. So in this episode, Mr. Burns recruits real Major League Baseball stars to work at the nuclear plant just to stack the company's softball team to like win a bet, because I guess they entered a softball, whatever. And so one of the players on this is Don Mattingly, a former New York Yankees first baseman. So Mr. Burns becomes obsessed with the team's appearances and repeatedly yells at Mattingly to shave those sideburns, even though he doesn't have any. And so Mattingly gets Mattingly, that's a horrible last name to have to say. Mattingly gets increasingly frustrated and finally shaves up the sides of his head, only to still be kicked off the team. And then in 1991, after the episode was written, but before it aired, Don Mattingly was benched by the actual New York Yankees for refusing to cut his long hair.
What the fuck?
Did that make sense? Did I say that right? Is that confusing? So basically the show predicted that this would happen with the same guy. And I don't know if he actually like guest starred on the show. Like, I don't know if he used his own voice and stuff like that. So he had knowledge of this and like kind of played on it. Or if it just so happened to all be within like a year of each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mr. Burns basically is like, dude, you can't play. Your appearance looks like shit. And then he can't play in real life either because
his hair's too long.
Because his appearance.
Oh my God.
Okay, this one's a lot. So number 6, it is called The Great Fatsby. And it's season 28, episode 12, aired in 2017. So this episode is a parody of The Great Gatsby, if you can't guess by the name, but with a hip hop and bling era twist. So instead of it being like the 20s flappers, it's like hip hoppy. So it features a flashy over the top mogul named JG, who befriends Mr. Burns. JG throws a wild, extravagant, all-white party at his mansion. White clothes, white decor, white everything, filled with celebrities, influencers, and opulence. The vibe is one of excess, image, and overindulgence, but JG eventually double-crosses Burns, leading to revenge and downfall. So this kind of has a double meaning here. So one is, I don't even know if I should say the name.
P. Diddy.
His white parties.
Yeah. Diddy party.
Yeah, he became famous for hosting exclusive white parties where guests had to wear all white. These parties became synonymous with celebrity culture, excess, and power. In 2023 to 2024, Diddy faced multiple legal scandals and raids on his properties, with public scrutiny falling on the lavish, secretive nature of these events. And suddenly, The Simpsons' depiction of a lavish mogul's white party unraveling into betrayal felt very familiar. So it also kind of covers the wealth, image, and scandal of it all.
That's so weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, look at...
That man look... Okay.
That's what it says. This one's like, it literally looks like him. So that's fun.
Wow.
Number 7 is an episode called Friends and Family. Season 28, episode 2, airs in 2016. In this episode, Mr. Burns wants to test a new virtual reality system where users wear sleek, futuristic VR headsets that immerse them in the artificial world. He hires the Simpsons family to act as a virtual surrogate family, and they wear wireless, full-face headsets that overlay a digital reality on top of the real world, allowing users to interact with virtual people and spaces in real time. Homer quickly becomes addicted to the immersive experience and prefers the virtual versions of his life over real connections with actual family. In 2024, Apple released the Apple Vision Pro, a mixed reality headset that blends augmented reality and virtual reality, allowing users to interact with 3D digital environments laid over the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those where you can like look through them? Like you can wear them and they basically alter where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're still in that room and you can still see, but like they just make it better, I guess.
The thing that gets me is like, I understand like that these things could have already been in the works and like in the plans and like it's a thing.
Yeah.
But why are they showing it? And why do they would have access to it? Is just what is blowing my mind.
Yeah, like why?
Like there's who is on your staff?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. They need to narrow that down.
Yeah, I need a list.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what do you mean? How do you know these things?
Yeah,
and like why?
Right.
Like, what good is it doing you?
Right.
It's weird. And why make an episode about it? It's like they like being the first ones to know, you know?
Yes, exactly.
So prediction number 8, Boy Meets Coral. It's season 21, episode 12, and it aired in 2010. In this episode, Homer and Marge accidentally join a curling team, which is like, you know, where they like. So despite being inexperienced, their team defies all odds and wins gold at the Winter Olympics, defeating none other than Sweden. This actually foreshadows 8 years later during the 2018 Winter Olympics, the U.S. men's curling team shocked the world when they beat Sweden.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
So that's fun.
that's not something that you can like have plan of, you know, like that's just
a crazy prediction. It's like how they did the Super Bowl. Like you can't really truly.
Yeah. Unless there is a script because we live in a freaking simulation.
This is all fake.
I need somebody to give me my script. Where's mine?
Give me my script and make it in $1 million.
Hand it over. I have some edits to make.
Can we make changes?
Yeah.
Can I have the draft? So number 9 is called When You Wish Upon a Star, and it's season 10, episode 5, and it aired in 1998. In this episode, Homer becomes friends with the actor Alec Baldwin and ends up staying in his Hollywood mansion. He quickly gets involved in the entertainment world and pitches a movie script, leading him to the famous 20th Century Fox studio lot. So he's like standing in front of the building, like the Fox building, going in to present his idea. And as Homer walks into the studio grounds, there's a brief background joke, but it's a big one. A sign outside the Fox studio reveals, like quotes, it says 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney. So it was supposed to be like, haha, funny, ha ha ha. But in December 2017, almost 19 years after the episode aired, Walt Disney Company officially announced it was acquiring the 21st Century Fox for $71.3 billion. So they did end up merging. But this was 1998, and that didn't happen until 2017.
Yeah.
But they like showed the merge basically.
That's
almost
just
20 years.
Nuts, so.
Like 20-year difference, and it's like, here's this didn't happen in 20 years.
Is somebody time traveling? Like what?
I don't know, but Walt Disney is tied into everything.
Oh yeah,
Disney,
everything.
So then number 10 is Lisa Goes Gaga. So it is season 23, episode 22, and it aired in 2012. In this episode, the town of Springfield is collectively depressed, so Lady Gaga swoops in to boost their spirits and help Lisa regain her confidence. Lady Gaga arrives in a silver, futuristic outfit flying through the sky on wires above a stadium full of cheering fans. 5 years after this episode aired, Lady Gaga headlined in the 2017 Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes.
Where she descended from the stadium roof on wires wearing a sparkly silver outfit.
Mm-hmm. Like, what? That one, maybe they were like, okay, let's
play with this. It did say that Lady Gaga acknowledged the similarity in an interview afterward. So, potentially. Number 11, 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes on every fish. Season 2, episode 4, and it aired in 1990. Bart catches a 3-eyed fish named Blinky near the Springfield nuclear power plant.
I remember this.
And then the real life parallel is that in 2011, a fisherman in Argentina caught a real 3-eyed fish, and it was also near a nuclear power plant.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of feels like uncanny because of the mutation.
Yeah.
And the nuclear power plant and the proximity. And like the episode, they say matched like perfectly.
Yeah, of course. Of course it did. Because why wouldn't it?
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah.
Of course. Number 12 is Sweet Seymour Skinner's Badass Song, which is season 5, episode 19, 1994. In this episode, the school lunch program at Springfield Elementary is revamped, but Bart and other students quickly suspect the food is unappetizing and possibly unsafe. There's a running joke that the school is serving mystery meat, something suspicious and potentially horse meat. This episode pokes fun at poor quality food and public institution and raises questions about food transparency.
Mm-hmm.
The real-life parallel is the horse meat scandal of 2013. In 2013, a major horse meat scandal erupted in Europe when it was discovered that many processed beef products contain undeclared horse meat. The scandal revealed food labeling fraud across multiple countries, and consumers were shocked to learn that the horse meat was sold as beef in supermarkets and in restaurants.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah, and you can see it's associated horse part. So that was, 1994. And it didn't happen until 2013.
God.
Number 13 is one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. It's season 20, episode 4 from 2008. In this Halloween-themed episode, there's a segment where Homer tries to vote in an election, but the electronic voting machine keeps switching his vote to a different candidate.
I remember this one. I remember hearing about this one.
Frustrated, Homer tries multiple times, but the machine won't record his intended choice. The episode plays as a dark joke, but flawed technology interfering with democracy. So, the real-life parallel, you can imagine, is all the mail-in votes and voter machines, and they were even saying it in this last election, how, check your ballot.
You can't trust it.
Yeah, check your ballot. It's changing.
Yeah.
Was there proof? I never saw proof of that, but I would like to know if there was.
Correct.
I would like to know.
Yeah, I would too.
I just was like, I'm just going to vote and check mine and turn it in, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, yep, so that's fun. And then number 14, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace is season 10, episode 2, and it streamed in 1998. Streamed. It aired.
It aired.
In 1998. In this episode, Homer becomes obsessed with inventing things to make his mark on history, inspired by Thomas Edison. At one point, Homer writes a complex mathematical formula on a chalkboard while brainstorming ideas. The formula looks like nonsense to most viewers, but is actually a very close approximation to the real equation used to estimate the mass of the Higgs boson particle. Don't know what it is, but apparently it's a thing. So the real life parallel is the Higgs boson particle was theorized in the 1960s, but wasn't observed experimentally until 2012, basically by CERN, I guess.
Yeah.
The mathematical formula Homer wrote predates the discovery by 14 years. Scientists,
Excuse me?
physicists and science communicators noted how closely the equation resembles real physics formulas used in the particle's prediction. So basically, I think it's like this particle, and they can't find, they were making the formula for it or whatever it is, or figuring it out. And then it turns out that Homer was like this close to writing it down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can see it's like a huge, long. I couldn't even begin to understand that.
Oh, not even a little
Why
bit.
do we need to know that about anything?
Who
Who
wants to know that about anything, and who makes that a career? Because that sounds terrible. Like,
No.
not fun in any sort of way.
But why? Also, why?
Yeah, what does that do for anybody?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So number 15, the episode is Springfield, and then in parentheses, or How I Learned to Stop Wearing and Love Legalized Gambling. So good title, guys, whoever did that.
Interesting.
Season 5, episode 10 aired in 1993. In this episode, Springfield opens a casino to boost its economy. The casino features a duo of magicians named Troy McClure and Lionel Hutzes. They are a flashy magician duo with a white tiger. The tiger suddenly attacks one of the magicians during a live performance, injuring him seriously. The incident is played both for shock and dark humor, but the real-life parallel is in 2003, I almost said 7, but it's 2003, famous Las Vegas entertainers Siegfried and Roy, it's so hard for me to say, Siegfried and Roy experienced a real-life tiger attack during a live show. Roy was severely injured by one of their white tigers, causing the duo to retire from performing. The attack was unexpected and shocked the fans worldwide. So this episode aired a full decade before with a real tiger attack, and the portrayal of a I want to just say magic duo performing with a white tiger directly mirrors Siegfried and Roy's act.
I remember this. I remember reading about that one too.
I did not.
What are their names?
Siegfried and Roy.
Okay.
Our prediction number 16, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Season 2, episode 15, aired in 1991. In this episode, Homer discovers he has a half-brother, Herb Powell, who designs and sells cars. He sell car.
My husband sell car.
Herb creates a futuristic, angular, and geometric truck with sharp edges and an unusual design. The truck looks unlike typical cars of the early 90s, featuring a bold, unconventional shape. So, what
Tesla
are we guessing?
Yeah.
But it looks insane and ridiculous.
It does look ridiculous. But so does the freaking Tesla truck.
Yeah.
Horrible. I'm sorry if you drive one of those. They're so ugly.
I really don't think they're very pretty. But yeah, so it's not necessarily a prediction because it doesn't really look similar, but it's still like a little on brand.
Yeah.
Number 17, You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, is season 25, episode 16. In this episode, Homer is recruited to be a referee for the World Soccer Cup in Brazil. Homer soon discovers that many referees are being bribed and pressured by corrupt officials. He struggles with his conscience as he faces attempts to influence his decisions with money and favors. This episode laughs at corruption, bribery, and the shady politics surrounding major sports organizations.
Fair enough.
The real-life parallel is the FIFA corruption scandal in 2015. Just a year after the episode aired, the FIFA corruption scandal exploded globally. Several top FIFA officials were arrested and indicted for bribery, racketeering, and money laundering. The scandal exposed widespread corruption in the sports governing body, which I don't watch any of that. So
soccer's a hard sport to watch if you don't like soccer.
Yeah, you're chasing a ball that way.
Yeah. Now you're going that way.
And you kicked it.
Yay.
I did. I had to go to a lot of soccer games as a kid. Murphy played soccer forever. So I've seen plenty of soccer in my day, and woo. I've never watched it like really professionally though.
You know the World Cup's coming to us next year?
No, where are they going to play? In a field?
At the AT&T Stadium.
Really? I feel like it's so small. I feel like all the fields overseas are like big, beautiful. Because I mean, that's their sport.
Yeah.
But I feel like AT&T Stadium is going to feel really small for that.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be crazy. The estimated amount of people that's coming.
Yeah. That's going to be wild.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy I don't live anywhere near that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to be around people like that.
Ugh.
It was like whenever the rodeo came.
Yeah.
Whenever it came here.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing too. So number 18, The City of New York versus Homer Simpson. This is season 9, episode 1, and it aired in 1997. In this episode, Homer needs to retrieve his car, which he left parked in a lot between the Twin Towers in New York City.
Oh, this is the big boy.
This is a big boy.
Uh-huh.
The episode shows the Twin Towers prominently as part of the NYC skyline. Homer's misadventures around the city include scenes near the World Trade Center Plaza. The eerie connection to 9/11 is that the episode aired 4 years before the September 11, 2001 attacks, and it featured the Twin Towers in full view as a central part of the city's landscape. And after 9/11, many people revisited the episode, finding it haunting to see the towers so prominently displayed in a comedic show. Also, why it's very uncanny and kind of crazy is in one of the scenes, you can see a poster and it says New York, and you can see the Twin Towers kind of over to the right of it. And there are, two parallel buildings and a ticket. There's they're buying tickets. I'm not exactly what the tickets are for, but you're buying a ticket. It says $9 right in front of it. Mm-hmm. So it's 9 and then 11.
Oh, yeah.
And so people just kind of joined those together, which I've done a lot of research on the 9/11 conspiracies and things like that. So I've heard of this one multiple times, but it's basically the sign says New York, has the Twin Towers, which I'll have it on the screen, social medias, and then it's a $9 ticket. And I think it may be to get on the buses or the train or something like that, or the subway.
Literally says 9/11.
Yeah. So it says 9/11 right beside each other.
Ooh, yeah, that one's creepy because 9/11 in itself has so many conspiracies surrounding it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that one day.
It's a good one.
That and the Titanic.
One of the podcasts I listened to, the 9/11 episode was 4 parts.
Oh yeah, you could go on forever.
But they broke it down and by each tower and then the surrounding buildings that were also hit and then the Pentagon. So
yeah. I'll clearly dive into it more, but there's a whole entire thing that the Back to the Future franchise has completely called out 9/11 as well.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a whole...
I've never watched any of those.
I have, but not enough to put those together.
Put that together.
But there's a whole Reddit thread attached to it, which is a Reddit thread.
Interesting.
Someone goes back and very intense. We'll go through it one day.
Okay.
But okay, so number 19 is Homer's Paternity Coot, which is season 17, episode 10, and it aired in 2006. I'm having a hard time reading today. I feel like this episode might suck, guys. I can't read. I'm struggling a little bit today.
We've had worse.
I've definitely done worse. I've definitely done worse. So in this episode, Homer discovers he has a half-brother, and part of this story involves a family-owned submarine called the Coot Submersible. The submersible is shown as a quirky, somewhat unreliable underwater vessel. There's a tense moment when the submersible gets into trouble underwater, putting its passengers at risk. The episode pokes fun at underwater exploration and the hazards involved. So if we all remember, in 2023, there was the Titan submersible disaster. In June,
was in 2023?
Yeah.
I swear that just happened like a month ago.
I feel that. I feel that so hard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was in June, so
Okay.
you're there.
We just hit the anniversary.
Yeah.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's crazy.
So in June of 2023, the Titan submersible operated by OceanGate went missing during a dive to explore the Titanic wreck, which we were just talking about the Titanic. So that's fun. The vessel suffered a catastrophic implosion, leading to the tragic deaths of all 5 people on board. So this episode's portrayal of the submersible is just eerily mirroring this tragedy that ended up happening. Number 20. We're almost done, guys. The Simpsons, which I love this episode. I've watched it a lot. Season 29, episode 1. This episode is a medieval fantasy parody of the Simpsons world filled with magic, dragons, and serfdom.
And what?
Serfdom.
Serfdom. Okay.
There's also a show. I love shows like this. There's another one. I almost think it's written by the same people who write The Simpsons. I don't know. It's fairly new. It's like in the last couple of years, and it's all about this same kind of like medieval, but it's like medieval cartoon, but it's like this princess, and it's good. You'd have to watch it, but I have to find it. I'll put it on the screen whenever I find it. In this, Lisa plays a young magical princess struggling with her powers and morality. As the story progresses, a beloved character who seemed heroic makes a dark and ruthless turn, using magic and fire to seize control and punish their enemies. The theme centers around power, corruption. The real-life parallel is that people kind of said it reminded them a lot of the character's arc, Daenerys, whatever, off Game of Thrones. Never watched Game of Thrones.
Me neither.
I've watched parts of it whenever I first started dating Aaron. He had a movie theater room, and he had like really loud speakers in there. And I couldn't fucking stand it because the dragons would be going over, and then he'd have it on 90, and I would, because they're like screeching in your, basically in your ear hole, yelling at you, and I don't like that.
You're like, that's too much.
Yeah, but it says that it kind of seems like she kind of portrayed, I guess, the same arc or whatever as, because that girl ends up like burning the city down, and in this, the dragon burns the city down. So, yeah.
And when was that one aired? God, I can't even talk.
2017.
Okay.
And that story, so it did 2017, and then her arc or whatever as the Mad Queen, using the fire and destroying the King's Landing. And the series' final season was 2019.
Oh, okay.
So 2 years before. But it's very accurate. Like it looks just.
Yeah, it does.
It's pretty close. So number 21 is called Whacking Day. It's season 4, episode 20. And it aired in 1993. In this episode, Springfield holds its yearly Whacking Day festival, where townspeople come together to catch and whack snakes as a bizarre tradition. Lisa becomes horrified by the cruelty and sets out to stop the event. The episode explores themes of tradition versus ethics and standing up for what's right. It also makes fun of small-town customs and mob mentality. So the real-life parallel here is that while Whacking Day itself is fictional, the episode touches on real issues like animal rights, blindly following traditions, and public cruelty. And part of this is in Florida, the like python, or I think it's pythons, they ruin the habitat because there's too many of them. Yeah. So they have like basically a whacking
Hunting
day.
Days. Yeah.
And it's kind of just like, it almost seems like they predicted that this was going to be a thing in Florida. Where Florida has to do that. But we have to do the same thing with rattlesnakes in Texas. There's like all the rattlesnake roundups. So it's kind of a generic thing, but it could be turned into something more if you wanted it to be. Number 22. You're going to love the name of this episode. New Kid on the Block.
I do.
Guys, we have seen them twice in concert. We are only 27 years old.
So many more times that we should have seen them, but we just didn't.
We saw them once when we were in like 3rd or 5th grade. What grade were we in?
Probably 5th grade.
We stayed at the W, and they were staying at the W, and we wanted to go down to the bar so bad, but we were 12
children.
Years old.
Yeah. I was like, Mom, come on.
Yeah,
She was like, they won't let you in.
What a shame. But we saw them. We were like very close, standing on the back of our seats, wearing plaid skirts.
Yeah. Oh,
and then we saw them again more towards middle school, whenever they were with the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
So it was
Your mom took us.
NKOTBSB or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Jean took us. The memory of that showed up just the other day.
I know. I loved that.
But
our outfits were also terrible at that one too.
Yep. I had purple hair, so I wore this like black shirt that had a purple flower on it so that it would match my hair. And whenever I did the same thing when I was at the One Direction concert, I walked around like I know they're looking at me right now.
For sure. Absolutely.
Oh, I totally did that at the One Direction concert. Oh my gosh. And I was still in high school then too. I wore red shorts that were like high top shorts, like buttons all the way up to your, and then this weird black shirt.
Did you wear stripe? Did you wear a striped shirt?
I didn't. It was black, but it had silver crosses all over it.
Oh, yes.
My belly button ring was dangling.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It was that cropped one.
Yeah, pretty sure I had purple hair there too.
Mm-hmm.
Another one was my mom couldn't go into the concert though. We only had 2 tickets. And so only me and my friend went in, and my mom had to sit in the hallway. She said, I've met this really nice dad. We just like talked in the hallway. Because a lot of the parents like only bought tickets for like the kids. And so all of us kids would go in, and then the parents stayed. God. Yeah. And I swore on everything, because I was where the second stage was. I was the second row from the second stage. Like I was right there, like eye level with them, or like, you know, whatever. And there was one point where Niall looked at us and like did this, or I did this, and then he like did it in our general direction back, and I was like, oh, he did it to me. Which I was
fat goals.
Also like 14.
Big goals.
No one's holding signs up at 14-year-old Landrey.
Hey,
maybe. Yeah. I don't know. How'd a bod.
Hot bod. Belly button ring.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Thick old braces.
I like to party.
Yeah. I'm clearly here to party. Oh, goodness. Anyway, where were we? New Kids on the Block, season 4, episode 8. In this episode, a new all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant opens in Springfield, promising unlimited food for a fixed price. In this episode, basically Homer eats like 50 pounds worth of food. He eats everything in sight, and they finally kick him out because they're like, what the hell? And then he sues them for false advertising. And then there's like, I don't know if it ends up being real or not. There's mixed things on if it did happen or didn't happen. But somewhere in like 2015 or something like that, someone in the real world went to like Springfield, Missouri, and had the same thing happen where they sued the place for false advertising. But there's things that came out now and said that it was fake.
Aww.
And that it was just made up because of this.
Yeah.
But it still could be potential prediction. So today is clearly not a good day for us to record.
It is not, but it's okay. We're going to get through this.
Like, we haven't been here a long time. We got to do it.
I know.
So number 23 is called Lisa's Sacks. It's season 9, episode 3, and it aired in 1997. A brief scene in this shows Marge reading to Lisa. And like I said, 1997. And she's reading this book to Lisa, and the book on the front of it says the Ebola virus. And it's this kid with a thermometer hanging out its mouth. I almost said thermostat hanging out their mouth. And the Ebola virus was first identified in 1976, and outbreaks have occurred sporadically since then. But the major epidemic happened globally in 2014 to 2016 in West Africa. It came from like West Africa. Mm-hmm. So this episode kind of just seemed to like predict that a little bit. Felt a little.
Yeah, no, for sure.
A little foreshadowing.
Well, because there hadn't been an yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember whenever the outbreak was happening, and that was all over social media, because they're like, what in the hell?
What in the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I really don't. I remember like seeing the 9/11 one a lot and the like presidency ones, but I don't. A lot of these I don't.
I've seen a few of them. The few of the bigger ones, not. I would say probably like 3 or 4 of these.
Yeah. Okay, we got 2 more. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, number 24 is Please Homer, Don't Hammer 'Em. It's season 18, episode 3, and it aired in 2006. In this episode, basically, the family goes to like the mall, and you can see, you know, whenever like the signs are falling off the buildings, and you can see where the shadow of the sign was still. Mm-hmm. So this particular one it's called JCPenney's, and it says that they filed for bankruptcy, but it's JCPenney's and not just like JCPenney.
Yeah.
But it's like they foreshadowed JCPenney's filing for bankruptcy.
Yes. We still have a JCPenney.
Yeah, but they did file for bankruptcy.
Oh.
They filed for bankruptcy in like 2020, like during COVID. Like we still have it. Like they're still a thing. They just filed for bankruptcy, I think.
Interesting.
It was a whole
so weird
like scandal, but yeah.
That's so weird.
So 25, Papa's Got a Brand New Badge, season 13, episode 22, and it aired in 2002. In this episode, you know, like the mob, well, I guess you don't watch it a lot. There's like a mafia mob type people that are in a lot of the episodes. And for his business, the like main mob boss guy is selling his ferrets, but gluing cotton balls on them to sell them as poodles. Uh-huh. And then there was someone in like Argentina or something like that. And they were doing the same thing, but not with ferrets. It was some other animal. And they were cutting their hair and selling them as poodles. So they were selling these like really ratty, cheap ass animals, but like making them look like poodles and
High-end
selling
poodles.
them for a higher cost. And The Simpsons like predicted that. As
so
well.
that actually happened.
Yeah. So The Simpsons does it in the show, and then it happened in real life somewhere else.
Oh my god.
So whether they stole the idea from The Simpsons or not, I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, they started selling. I don't think it was ferrets, but it was some sort of other
yeah,
animal.
some random animal.
Yeah. But the show is ferrets, and
That's
they glue cotton balls
wild.
on them. But that was my 25. My 25 little predictions.
And I'm sure there's more in there too. Like it's so
Oh,
I
there
have so many
is.
questions.
There's like one of the strands I'd read. It was like 34 and 17 and 55, but some of them were like a pretty hard reach. And
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm not gonna go over 55. I went
Yeah.
over like the 25 that I was like, these are pretty interesting.
Yeah, the ones that could actually be.
Yeah, I could kind of go over those more.
Yeah.
But chat kind of ruined me on there because I did the research and then I asked chat to write them all out the same.
Yeah.
So that they would all be in the same format,
Yeah.
like telling me the title, how they're aired, the organization of it. And it kind of threw in some stuff that wasn't accurate at all. I don't know what that was about.
Sometimes it be doing that.
Yeah, I was like, I was reading it and I was like, that's not
You're
right.
like, that's not it.
That is definitely not right. So I don't know what, thank you chat for that. Rude. But yep.
I love that. That's so good. That's a good one.
Now we need to get into the
fun.
conspiracy theories of who works at The Simpsons.
Yes.
And I guess I could have dove into that, but I did not. I just went into their predictions. But I'm like,
I
who
know,
works
I'm
here?
curious.
Are you a Freemason? Are you the 32nd degree or 33rd degree or whatever it is?
Whatever it is.
I think it's the highest is 33 because it's like the divine whatever. But I'm like, are you
Probably.
in the Freemasons? Is that the
Shit.
connection here?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Called, though.
Probably. That's wild.
Yeah.
I've never actually like looked at all of them like that. Like I just like I've seen them
Yeah.
like sporadically, but never like all of them. And then in comparison to what they're predicting.
Yeah. I should have put more like because like the Trump picture where it's like on the escalator and he's like this and this, like
Yeah.
absolutely 100%
Spot on.
looks like they just animated that scene.
Yeah.
And it was 20 years apart.
20 years before.
But there's just a lot of little random coincidences. And it's like, they can put this stuff out here, but what's the point? Like, what's the point in calling out virtual reality so many years ahead? Like, why?
Why'd you do that?
But I guess it's kind of like the movie like Wall-E, like predicting what will happen at some point.
To the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all live in a simulation.
We do. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Nothing's real.
Nothing is real. No. Even the Simpsons movies, like how they kind of live in a bubble, like very, very simulation-y. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what they were trying to tell us.
Maybe. We're going to find out
Yeah.
in 20 years.
We'll find out one day when we're whatever. I don't know. I don't know what happens. I don't know. Crazy.
We'll see.
But yeah, if you have any recommendations, we've been getting some. We just got a recommendation like last night from somebody, which was awesome. I sent it to Shae and I said, this is a you episode. So keep sending recommendations, keep sending your stories, like, comment, subscribe, share us as much as you'd like. Stick around with us and stay till like Halloween at least, because we have so much fun stuff coming up for the month of October. Shae is falling asleep.
I
We need
am.
to go get her an energy drink.
Yeah.
Her eyeballs are closing. But yeah, if you have any stories, murder, mystery, conspiracy, anything you want us to deep dive into, send it to sistersofthestrangepodcast@gmail.com. I will have that written somewhere around our feetsies, our legs, and it's in our bio and everything else. So I guess we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.